Ich freue mich auch, Vincent van Zon begrüßen zu dürfen. Vincent wird gleich 2 Worte zu uns sprechen in Englisch.
That's me.
Das lockert auf. Vincent wird in Englisch ein paar Worte sagen. Vincent ist aus Rotterdam zu uns gekommen. Er ist in vielerlei Hinsicht international erfolgreich im Business tätig, hat große Firmen gegründet, sammelt selbst Kunst, you own a few Warhols.
Yes.
Und Vincent kennt Richard seit, how long do you know Richard?
8 years.
8 years.
8 years.
Er mag seine Kunst, er ist quasi hier auf dem europäischen Festland sein Freund und Förderer, der ihm den ein oder anderen Zutritt geöffnet hat und natürlich auch hier beratend und strategisch zur Seite steht. So I'm very happy to have you here, to have Richard here, and I would like, to hand over to you before I say thank you that you're here. Hand over to you to give us, in a few sentences, an idea about your view of Richard's works and how you met and what his idea and vision is.
Great. I will do that with pleasure. And I think by making these first steps here, you will remember that we were here. Let me first thank Andreas and Pete, the guys I know now for 24 hours, and it feels like I know them for 24 months, by what we've discussed with each other last evening and last night and early in the morning about what life's about. And I think that's always very important if you're in art. I'm an art collector. I'm in international marketing business. And by being in international marketing business in the early 90s, I started collecting art in New York with New York pop art artists like Andy Warhol, Julian Schnabel, Keith Haring, the famous guys from the 60s and the 70s. I started my collection and I ran around the world, and then in the year 2004, because it's 8 years, I was on a press trip in Cape Town, and what I always do when I'm in a city for a few days, I walk around, see what's happening, the nice restaurants, the nice galleries, and take that part of me from that city, from that part of the world. And I think that that's always very, very important for me, that I can express myself, that I can improve myself. And I walked in a gallery, and I will never forget, and I think the gallerist will never forget, because he had an exhibition at that time with 10 or 12 South African young painters and artists, and I walked in, and there was, in one room, there were these beautiful colors coming to me, and I said to the guy, wow, this is what I like. And that same day, in half an hour, we made a deal, and I bought my first 6 Richard Scotts. And also this art dealer was very smart, because he directly phoned Richard. I've got a guy here from Holland, he's crazy, he's buying 6 artworks, because it was the first time that it happened in South Africa. So he was very happy, and Richard was a smart guy. He directly contacted me a few days later. Well, what did I hear? I'm the artist. What do you like? How can I send it to you? Etc. So he did understand that also collectors like the personal touch of an artist, and that's how our relationship started. And after that first visit in Cape Town, there followed much more interesting meetings with Richard, because Richard is an interesting person. Richard is very open, and he shares everything with everybody who wants to get that information from him. And for the first time last Christmas, I was with my family in Cape Town, and he directly invited us to his house, to his studio, and he said to my girls and to my little boy, okay, here's the paint, here is the canvas, we're going to do it together, and we paint there, and we had a lot of fun for the whole day. and that is the person Richard, so I think you find it back in his works. Last thing I like to say is he always gets me with the colors. Also here, if you look around in a contemporary environment, in a contemporary villa, it's beautiful with these colors. And if you have the opportunity to be in Cape Town or South Cape Town, you will find that colors. It's always when I'm there, you feel it, you smell it, you see it. And that's also how Van Gogh became famous. That's also how Renoir became famous. They went to the south of France at that time, and they saw the colors. They were they used the colors that they saw, and that's what I always have the feeling when I'm around Cape Town, or together with Richard, or not together with Richard. And I wrote in the Little Red Book, and I think that's available for everyone, a few words already in 2004. And I remember I wrote the words, one day everybody in the world will hear about this prince of neopop, and I think that's true. So now he's in Germany, and from Germany he will go to other countries as well. So I'm happy to be here. I'm happy Richard is here, and I hope you like it, because I'm always very happy when I'm in a surrounding like this. Thank you.